This is Dave with Goal Pediatric Orthotics, and we're demonstrating here how to take measurements for a Piro SMO, a Flex SMO. So first are the circumference measurements. So I like to just start here. I like to put the tape in the same place every time, just kind of on that medial side, and then just run it along. I'm not pulling it super tight or anything. I'll just pull that right along and boom. So a 140 right there, you can see. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll just place the tape right there so I can bring it around. Then I'll dorsiflex the foot. And then I usually like to add about 1 or 2 millimeters there. That's what I've gotten used to with how I measure. So that's gonna be an even 200. They're not always so even here. And then same thing, I'll place my tape right there, bring right over as high up on the dorsum as I can for that third circumference measurement. And so on that one, I'll just, if I pulled it tight, I'd be like right there about 145, but I like to just kind of lay it down loose. So like 147 is what I like to do on the circumferences. Okay. On my MLs, I'll just come right here, try to be as straight anatomically as I can until I just feel a little pressure there. So 44 millimeters there. On the met heads, I'll come right here and then I'll put the medial aspect against the end there, and then I'll splay the foot. So I kind of push down as hard as I can to try to get that met head to simulate weight bearing. Pull that in, not super tight, but just kind of until it touches. Boom, so right there I'm at 55. Or I guess 54 on there. Okay, so our length measurements, I'll come right here so I can see. I'll palpate the first metatarsal head and kind of identify that apex. So I'd be on this one right there at 110. Lateral side, kind of do the same thing. Palpate that met head. And so my fingernail's kind of right on the apex of the met head, so I'd be about 103 on that. Medial height, coming from this angle here. If I can't see it, I'll kind of palpate. She's got a pretty easy identifiable apex, so I'm kind of right there at like 55 millimeters on that apex. And then lateral, same thing over here. You can see, and I'll simulate weight bearing when I do this, so I'll kind of push up. So I'm just about right at 50. And then last one's full length, try to simulate weight bearing and then just identify that full length measurement. I'm at 155. And then weight bearing here, heel, I like to go up on that lateral aspect and then weight bear down and kind of see where kind of the most pudgy part of that heel is coming down. And then I add about 1 millimeter there. So I'm right at 35.